Howdy y'all, welcome to Trophy Club, Texas. If you're thinking about moving to Trophy Club, well, today we're gonna hit the streets. I'm gonna walk you through some different neighborhoods at some different price points so you can get a feel for what it's like to live here and maybe what you can get in your budget. And if you stick around all the way till the end, I'll even show you the top listing in all of Trophy Club, and I'll even show you some of the main attractions along the way. So if that's what you're looking for, then stay tuned because we're getting into it right now. Hey ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking for the most thorough deep dive into all things Dallas, Texas, well, this is the channel that helps you do that. So I invite you to subscribe down below. Make sure you tap the bell for notifications so that you can stay up to date on the current market here in Dallas, Texas. We drop new videos every single week. My name is Jimmy Webb Jr. I'm a local real estate agent, born and raised here actually, and we're getting tons of calls and emails every single day from people just like you who are ready to make that move here in Dallas, and we absolutely love it. So if you are thinking about buying or selling here in the Dallas area, you got to reach out. Give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or jump on our calendar if you want to jump straight to a Zoom call with us. Of course, that is our favorite, but hey, whatever is easiest for you, we got your back when making a smooth move out here in Dallas, Texas, or in Trophy Club. Like I'm here today, we're over here at the Trophy Club Country Club right here, and so I'm gonna give you, as I give you a brief introduction here, we're gonna take a walk and see some of the beautiful golf course out here. There's actually some history. I'll get to that in the end if you want to know where Trophy Club, the name, came from. Okay, but before we jump into the neighborhoods, again, I want to give you just a brief introduction so you can kind of catch your bearings about, okay, what is Trophy Club all about, right? Give you some of the numbers and some of the vibe. Okay, so location-wise, you're gonna be about 35 minutes away from downtown Dallas and only about 15 minutes away from the airport out there. So DFW Airport is gonna be super close to you over here. Median home price is gonna be at $400,000. So, a little bit higher starting price point than most other suburbs. Definitely gonna have to maybe bring your pocketbook a little bit more so than others, that's for sure. The good part though is 91% of residents out here own their homes, so definitely a great place to set some roots down, raise your family. You got some good schools out here as well. Population of only 12,000, so it's kind of a small town feel, very similar to South Lake. Of course, they're neighbors, right? And there's a lot of overlap. There is a difference between South Lake and Trophy Club, but there's a lot of kind of overlapping, and the border has some gray area, maybe is a good way to describe it, right? So, but median age here is 42, so it does skew a little bit to the older side, but the median household income here is $147,000. So yeah, people are doing fairly well for themselves out here. Job market is fairly strong. Of course, you have a couple Fortune 500 companies out here. Of course, Charles Schwab just built that massive headquarters campus out here off of Schwab Way out here. And I mean, it's absolutely massive. You can see it from a mile away on the highway 114 right there. You've also got TD Ameritrade, which is, somewhat similar. Not quite as big as Schwab, but they have a big office out here as well. So yeah, I mean, so what happened was this guy named Ross Perot, you might have heard of him, had owned some land out here, and he sold it to to Schwab and TD Ameritrade. And so some major companies are starting to look out this way to say, hey, maybe this is a great spot. I mean, you've got some great schools out here, you've got some really nice homes, and so it can cater to that type of audience, right? So that's kind of what's going on here. I mentioned the schools, really fantastic across the board. Some of the area actually feeds into Carroll ISD, which is obviously maybe not obviously if you haven't watched the best schools in Dallas video that I did, but the number 2 school district is South Lake Carroll ISD over there. So very sought after is that school district for sure. But yeah, listen, the weather we always like to mention. Listen, if you can get through, July and August, which are kind of those you know, creeping into the triple digits out here, some humidity, then you'll be just fine. You know, I would much rather be hot for 2 months than have an extended winter time, if you feel what I'm saying, okay? So some people talk about tornadoes as well. Listen, I've lived here my whole life. I've only seen 2 in my entire life, okay? So really not that big of a deal out here. You know, hail is more common. So as long as you have some good car insurance, then I think you'll be just fine there, okay? So now I told you I'd tell you the history of the town. So the reason it got the name Trophy Club is because so they had this plan that they were gonna house the trophy collection of the legendary golfer, Mr. Ben Hogan, who actually designed one of the golf courses here. So you've got 2 full 18-hole golf courses out here. So one of them is the Hogan course that he actually designed himself. So that's super cool. And then the other is named after an LPGA golfer, Miss Whitworth, who I don't know much about, but I do know that she had enough clout to get a course named after her here. So, I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. This course, if you can't tell already, I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous out here. So that's kind of what unfortunately, I guess some negotiations fell apart and they didn't actually get the trophy collection. But still, I mean, you got that whole course that was designed by Mr. Hogan, and you know, everybody loves playing here. So, but yeah, with that being said, let me take you through a bunch of different neighborhoods and show you some different styles of living out here in Trophy Club. And yeah, with that being said, let's cruise. All right, welcome to the first neighborhood. Now, of course, usually we start at a little bit lower price point, but here in Trophy Club, this is kind of going to be your starting price point right here. So this home that we're gonna feature is going for $425,000, 4 beds, 3.5 baths on 2,100 square feet, which is gonna put you at $200 a square foot. This home was built in 2001 on a 0.19 acre lot right here, so just south of a 1/4 of an acre lot. You are gonna have the 2-car garage on the side there, accessed by the front driveway right here. That is one thing that if you didn't know, you're definitely gonna wanna have a car when you're out here in Dallas. We're pretty spread out. You know, public transportation isn't too sophisticated, so you're definitely going to want to have your car out here, especially out here in Trophy Club. You don't really have any trains or anything like that out this way. So now this traditional brick style of home is really going to dominate in here. You know, you do have the open floor plan, vaulted ceilings. You know, everything is this particular home was pretty well updated on the inside. Now, you know, in a home that was built in 2001, you know, sometimes you might do some cosmetic changes, you know, to bring it up to snuff a little bit based on, you know, your preferences and everything. But the neighborhood itself is very quiet. Landscaping is pretty good. We don't have sidewalks in this particular neighborhood, just something that I've noticed. So, you know, but I did see, I've already seen a couple of people as I was driving in, you know, getting their morning walk in and everything, just not on the sidewalk, just on the street. So just something to, you know, if you have to have sidewalks, then, you know, you probably won't live in this neighborhood, but you know, I think you can definitely get away with it or without having a sidewalk in here. I think it still works just fine. But let's see, you're gonna be pretty close to, there's actually the elementary school is literally right around the corner, right over there. And then you've got, you know, your restaurant, some of your more commercial, you're pretty close to the highway right there. So you're gonna have access to, you know, your grocery store, all your necessities right there. And then of course I mentioned earlier in the intro about how you're pretty close to South Lake as well. So, you know, maybe 10 minutes to get over to the South Lake Town Center and, you know, all the big box stores just east of the town center right there. So yeah, I mean, you've got really access to everything that you need out here. But let's talk about the schools. I always like to mention that in this first segment here, just talk about them a little bit. If you're looking into private school, okay, the closest, really best private school option around here is going to be Liberty Christian. That'll actually be up in Argyle. That is where Jason Witten, the Cowboys tight end, is coaching the football team over there. But if you want to stay public, Trophy Club will feed into Northwest ISD, which is going to be Byron Nelson High School and things like that. And Northwest ISD was ranked the number 21st best school district in DFW. So, you know, the schools are going to be highly rated really across the board. Some parts of Trophy Club will feed into Carroll ISD, Southlake Carroll ISD, which was ranked the second best school district in the area, and of course top 10 in Texas. So yeah, hey, depending on, you know, where you are, you know, we could set up the search for you. You know, when you come work with us, we'll see what parts of Trophy Club, you know, what homes might be able to be over here but still feed into that coveted really Carroll ISD over there. Okay, so a lot of really strong athletics going on over here. Of course, DeMarcus Ware, the old Cowboys defensive end, has his gym over here in Trophy Club. And so, yeah, if you are, especially if you're into, if your kid is into soccer or tennis or martial arts, especially in those three arenas, I'm pretty well connected in those three. So, you know, you got to get a hold of me so I can help you navigate, you know, finding a good coach, a good situation, a good team, things like that for you right there. Okay, so hey, if you found this helpful so far, hey, tap that like button down below. Would definitely appreciate that. Definitely helps us out. So I thank you so much for doing that. Make sure you're subscribed as well. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss the next video that we drop. All right. Of course, I was born and raised here, and I like sharing some of that insider information that I've picked up over the years. So, but yeah, this should give you a pretty good idea of what you can kind of get or expect in this, you know, starting price point here in Trophy Club. So with that being said, I'll take you through this neighborhood so you can get a little bit better peek at it. And I'll do that for every neighborhood, by the way. And then, yeah, with that being said, I'll see you at the next neighborhood. See you there. All right, real quick, I wanted to show you Harmony Park. You've got a few parks like this sprinkled throughout Trophy Club right here, but this is where, you know, you'll have some of those, you know, youth league games and everything out here. I guess they're closed right now because they're reseeding them right now, but you know, you'll have your soccer games, your little pee-wee football games and everything out here. You've got a jungle gym over there. You can kind of see that. You've got the basketball court right here. You got a couple tennis courts right here as well. So yeah, you've got a lot going on right here. So, you know, if little brother or sister is bored watching their older brother or sister, you know, play the game, maybe they can go hang out on the jungle gym over there. But yeah, just wanted to show you that this is out here. You might be spending a lot of time out here if your kid plays sports. So with that being said, let me take you to the next neighborhood, and I'll see you there. All right, welcome to the second neighborhood. So this home that we're gonna feature right here is going for $560,000, 5 beds, 3.5 baths on 2,900 square feet, which is only gonna put you at $188 a square foot. You do have a 2-car garage on this side that you'll access via the front side driveway right there. And this home was built in 1978 on just over 1/3 of an acre right here. So you have plenty of space. Obviously, you see the nice, good sized front yard. You'll have a pool in the backside, you know, some good space back in the backyard as well. But, you know, you're gonna have that traditional brick style that's gonna dominate in here. Once again, obviously they painted this one white on the outside. You aren't gonna have the, I mean, it's 78, right? So the open floor plan and vaulted ceilings weren't really a thing back then. But whoever did this renovation project did a really good job. I mean, it is beautiful on the inside. So yeah, they really did a great job on that. So again, I mean, across the street, you'll have that traditional brick, and then I'll walk down the neighborhood so you can see some more of the homes here. But yeah, I mean, the tree, I mean, look at these trees you got. I mean, I love the feel in here. It looks really, really nice. Everybody's yards are really well taken care of. I mean, you got the nice edging and everything like that, right? So we are, actually, yeah, there it is. So that's the fairway of that Ben Hogan golf course right here. So we're right here in the middle of, listen, if you want to be on a golf course or like really like around or like surrounded by the golf course, like we are in here, maybe not just on it, but kind of right next to it, then you'll have plenty of options like that here in Trophy Club. I mean, with those 36 holes, you got the two 18-hole golf courses that I mentioned there in the intro, right? So you've got plenty of golf course to live on out here. So yeah, I mean, it's very, very quiet in this neighborhood as well. You're gonna be close though to, I mean, you're gonna be close to the highway. The highway's right over there. You're gonna be really close to the hospital as well right here. And then obviously the country club, the clubhouse is right up the street as well. So really you've got access to everything. Obviously South Lake is right down there as well. So yeah, you got that as well. So here's a little cul-de-sac street right there with the, 5 houses right there. So nice. I saw a bunch of those actually off of kind of the main street they had. No, well, not a main street. There wasn't that much traffic on it, but there were quite a few little like cul-de-sac streets like that. So if that's your feel that you really like, then there are plenty of those out here as well. But hey, let's get to, so in this price point, okay, just one thing that you got to know is this is a pretty popular price point, okay? So homes are moving pretty quickly, right? So just something that you got to keep in mind. You're going to want to have all your ducks in a row, of course, and that's something that we can help you get organized with if you like. But now let's talk about maybe something that isn't so popular, and that is the property taxes, okay? So listen, I understand, you know, a lot of people love to complain about the property tax, how high they are here in Texas, but we actually did another video. I'll link to it in the description below. There will be a few links down there that you might want to check out actually. But in that video, we did the math. We asked the question, okay, is it from a tax standpoint, is it actually more beneficial to live in Texas versus some of these other states, right? And I think you might be surprised at the conclusion of what we found right there in that video. But one thing you got to remember is we don't have the state income tax here. So that's a big break right there. And, you know, if you get into, you know, one of these areas that has a favorable, you know, property tax rate like Trophy Club here, then, hey, I mean, you can find yourself in a really, really good situation, right? And so here in Trophy Club, the current property tax rate is 2.18%, which is going to be on the low end. Of course, the range here in Dallas ranges from 1.8 all the way up to 3.4%. So at 2.18, you're definitely going to be, so it might not be top 10 of all, but so included in all of them are some that are out in the country, right? So definitely top 10 of the, you know, more popular and more populated suburbs out here in DFW. Okay, so that's going to be another feature of Trophy Club that'll be very attractive to people. But yeah, listen, we love helping our clients get into homes that they feel really, really good about. But we can't help you if you don't reach out, right? So you got to give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or jump on our calendar if you want to schedule that Zoom call with us, whatever way is easiest for you. Again, you know, we've got your back. We're making a smooth move out here. And listen, I feel our team is the best in the world at finding you your dream home at the right price, okay? So listen, this should give you a pretty good idea of what you can come to expect around the $400,000 to maybe $600,000 price points here in Trophy Club. But with that being said, let me take you on a little drive around here so you can get a little bit better feel for it. And then I'll meet you at the next neighborhood, all right? I'll see you there. Okay, real quick, I had to show you the Trophy Club community pool and splash pad right here. So we're closed right now because we're past the summertime at this point, but you can kind of see you got the pirate ship right there. You got actually a couple pirate ships, one over there on that side. You got a slide right here as well. And this is all part of Independence Park. So you've got some baseball fields on that side, and I saw some on this side as well. I saw a lady walking her dog over here on this side as well. So you got some walking trails in and through here. So a really cool place to, I mean, listen, for the young ones, they would absolutely, I mean, the imaginations of the games that they would play in this, you know, splash pad with the pirate ship and everything. I mean, come on. So anyway, just want to show you that this is here. And with that being said, let me take you to the next neighborhood and I'll see you there. All right, welcome to the third neighborhood. So this home that we're gonna feature right here is going for $725,000, 4 beds, 3.5 baths on 3,900 square feet, which is gonna put you at $187 a square foot. You are gonna have a 3-car garage on that side. And this home was built in 1997 on just under a third of an acre right here. So again, you got plenty of space out here. You're gonna have that traditional brick style that's really gonna dominate. There's your neighbor across the street right there. But in this one, you are gonna have that open floor plan, the vaulted ceilings, and everything is updated as well. So, you know, it seems like once we start into the, jumping into this little higher price point, you know, now you're starting to see a little bit of a newer home, right? Late 90s, early 2000s. Is when you'll start to see that open floor plan and vaulted ceilings situation, right? But the only thing about that one is there was a lot of brown paint, which isn't really my preference. I like kind of that lighter color style. So, you know, you might have to bust out the paint brushes before you move in, or you can get in and do it afterwards, you know, type of thing. So here you go, you got the traditional brick with the red shutters right there. Yeah, I'll kind of walk down so you can see a little bit more here. But yeah, I mean, you got some good sized trees, as you can tell right here. Yeah, look at these ones right here, huh? Yeah, you've got some good trees. Really, I mean, the lawn, I mean, look at those bushes across. I mean, you've got some really nice landscaping out here as well. Pretty quiet. I mean, this street is kind of like a main kind of get to your home street. And so, you know, I've seen a couple cars come by, but you know, if you're off of this street, I mean, it would be dead quiet back here. But yeah, again, you're gonna be, I mean, anywhere in Trophy Club, you're not gonna be too far away from the highway out there. And I mean, the hospital, of course, is right there as well. So you're really gonna have access to everything that you really need out here. Yet again, Trophy Club is, I mean, yeah, just 114 isn't really gonna be that far from really anywhere that you are in Trophy Club. So not gonna be that big of a deal anywhere. You're gonna have that access really anywhere that you are. So, but let's talk about some of the safety now real quick. So there are a couple gated communities out here, particularly closer to the country club back there. But the rating, the safety rating that niche.com gave it was a B+, which you know, honestly, I thought it might creep up into the A's. But you know, you're not gonna have any homeless people hanging out on the corners or anything, and all of the numbers that were reported were all well below national averages. So yeah, I consider Trophy Club a pretty safe place to be. So but yeah, this should give you a pretty good idea of, here's a corner lot right there. But yeah, this should give you a pretty good idea of what you can kind of come to expect in the $700,000 range. But with that being said, let me take you to the next neighborhood and I'll see you there. All right, are you ready for the top listing in all of Trophy Club? Well, here she is. This one is going for 1.1 million. 4 beds, 3.5 baths on 4,200 square feet. You're gonna have a 4-car garage on this side over here. And this home was built in 2015 on just over 1/3 of an acre right here. So you got plenty of space on a nice cul-de-sac street. This is a pretty rare opportunity, by the way. So if you come out your front door, you've got this par 3 right here. So you got the tee box right there. You got the green right there. You can see the flag stick right there. So you can see, you know, all 3 shots when they make par, or 2 when you make birdie, right? And then you also have from the backyard, you can see the 10th hole green over there as well. So if you want to be surrounded by golf courses, then you know this is a great spot, right? So, but on the inside, you're gonna have a modern fireplace is gonna be that focal point in the great room in there. You're gonna have the high ceilings in there, real hardwood floors. You've got a beautiful kitchen as well in there. And the master suite is quite spacious as well. And then, so additionally downstairs, you got a ton of stuff downstairs. You've got the master, you got 2 more bedrooms downstairs. You got a study / office right there as well. And you have the media room downstairs as well. So, you know, if you've got maybe an older parent or something that, you know, struggles getting up and down the stairs, you got everything downstairs for them right here. And then on the second floor, of course, you'll have a game room up there and you'll have another bedroom up there as well. But yeah, talking about the backyard, you're gonna have a Texas-sized covered patio back there. You got a built-in grill, you got a fire pit back there as well, and of course views of that 10th hole green, as I mentioned. But hey, listen, if you're looking for a luxury living with golf course views on both sides, then this one could be calling your name right here. But let's do a nice little recap on Trophy Club now. So I think one thing that you're gonna find a lot of is, yeah, these lots are gonna start to get a little bit bigger, you know, compared to some of these other suburbs that you might be looking at. I'll tell you which ones, you know, you might compare it to here in just a moment. But yeah, you're gonna find some new homes like this one here, but the majority are gonna be that older, you know, maybe 80s, maybe some 70s, but 80s, 90s for sure. Some of them have been already renovated, but you know, if you're looking for a project and kind of you know, earn some equity that way, then that's a good strategy out here as well, right? But yeah, again, if you're comparing you know, Trophy Club to a few others, you might be oh look, here's a guy, he's teeing off right here. We'll see how many strokes he takes. But no, but if you're comparing Trophy Club, you know, what is it kind of similar to? I would say you're definitely going to be looking at, I mean, South Lake is right there. South Lake's going to be a little bit higher price point, but it's going to be a very similar vibe out here. I would throw Keller in there as well. I would even throw Frisco. It feels a little bit like Frisco, a little bit older than Frisco, right? Frisco's pretty much, I mean, it all started in the year 2000 when they built that Stonebriar Mall out there. But I would also throw Capel in there. I think Capel is a good comparison out here as well. So yeah, hey, we like to summarize, you know, what is Trophy Club in 3 words, and the 3 I'm gonna give it are definitely family friendly is number 1. Number 2 is gonna be your South Lake's neighbor, okay? That's kind of what you are. That's kind of Trophy Club's claim to fame in a way. And then thirdly is you got plenty of golf out here, as you can tell, right? So Hey, if Trophy Club is where you want to be, then you got to reach out. You know, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or jump on our calendar if you want to jump straight to a Zoom call with us. You know, we've got your back when making that smooth move out here to Dallas, Texas. And hey, if you found this helpful, hey, please tap that like button down below. It would mean the world to us if you did that. Thank you so much. And make sure you're subscribed as well. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss the next video that we drop. We got FedEx delivering right on time, right around lunchtime. I love it when you don't have to wait for your packages out here. But I want to invite you as well, if you're continuing your research here, hey, click on the Dallas, Texas living name down below. That'll take you to our main channel page, and you can use the search bar on there to look up whatever it is that you're looking for, whether it's a specific topic or a specific area you're trying to learn more about. You know, we cover a lot on this channel, right? So if I haven't covered it just yet, then drop me a comment down below. Let me know what it is that you're looking for. I respond to everybody down there, by the way, so let's get the conversation flowing. You know, whatever's on your mind, feel free to drop that in there. And yeah, if you've lived in Trophy Club, or if you currently live in Trophy Club and maybe you're just watching this for fun, hey, feel free to jump in the comments down there, all right? But yeah, if you don't know where to go from here, then you should definitely see some videos popping up on the end screen right now. They can definitely point you in the right direction. So hey, we do a ton of different styles, like I said, on this channel. So whichever video is popping out to you, make sure you click on that right now. And until the next video, I'll see you around town.